What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So President Biden, he approves of immediate action to fix the issues regarding Social Security. But we need to talk about an over $500 monthly benefit that some people say they absolutely need. We hear experts are telling us that this is something that we cannot avoid, but yet some people are leaving this on the table. Now, I want to talk about this $534 per month increase that we could see, but what's holding this up? So we're going to get to that in today's video. All I ask is if you can spend 2 seconds, go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates, and let's get right down to it. I want to show you this. This article actually came out this morning. It says more workers plan to retire on less money by claiming Social Security early. Now, why would somebody claim Social Security early when in fact they will then have to live off of less money per month for the rest of their lives? Well, it's simple. According to recent reports and multiple studies, the reason why the American people are likely to retire on less money by collecting benefits early is they can't afford to live without that benefit. Let's look into this article. Look at this. It says, more people claim Social Security early. 42% of Americans said they plan to file for Social Security before their full retirement age while also continuing to work. Keep in mind, if you file for Social Security benefits before your full retirement age, you will actually be penalized in a way if you make too much money. Okay? Just keep that in mind. It could be $1 for every, or it could be $1 for every $2 you make over the limit. All right. It could, I believe there's also $1 for every $3 you make over the limit. But again, it depends on your age and how much money you make. Now, let's get back to this. It says, while also continuing to work, according to a 2022 survey. So this was done at the end of last year. Now, that was 36% in 2021. Well, based off of a recent survey, this is actually closer to 49%. Almost 50% of people are saying they would actually claim benefits early and take the loss. Now, I want to show you this right here. This is what I want you to read, okay? As of February 2023, the average monthly Social Security check among all retirees is $1,693.88, according to the agency. Meanwhile, the average check for a 62-year-old retiring this year would be $1,247.40, while the average payment at the full retirement age of age 67 is actually $1,782. Think about this for a second. Over a 20-year period, the monthly difference is $534.60 per month. This would mean that would add up to over, again, for 20 years, $128,000 in retirement income that you would lose simply by collecting benefits early. However, this is the problem, and this is why many lawmakers are fighting for additional benefits. This is exactly what is happening when it comes to this bill, which is called the Social Security 2100 Act, a Sacred Trust. I'm going to get to this in a minute because, again, this is talking about immediate increases. But I want to show you something else. So Republicans now have a new plan in place where they want to increase the full retirement age. But why? Why would Republicans consider raising the full retirement age when I just said people are struggling and they will claim benefits early simply because they cannot afford to live? Well, the reason why Republicans are going for this is because of a couple things. And I want to read this for you really quick. It says the plan offered by a 175-member Republican study committee would gradually raise the age at which future retirees, again, keyword is future retirees, not immediate retirees, not people that are 67 right now. They would start claiming full Social Security benefits, not from 67, but it would jump up to age 69. Now, why would Republicans do this? It's because of one main reason, and that is the fact that Social Security would become insolvent in 2034 if everything stays as is. This is why Republicans are trying to raise the full retirement age, because this is not going to impact us today. No. This is not going to impact the money that the Social Security Administration is doling out. It's not going to change that tomorrow or next year or in 2, 3, 5 years. This would be something that would likely change in the next 10, 15, or 20 years. So all the people that are saying this is ridiculous, that why would they go from 67 to age 69? It makes absolutely no sense, and people are going to struggle. No, this is not going to happen immediately. This is something that would happen in the future. Again, they're talking about future retirees right there. Okay? Now, let's get to the Social Security 2100, a sacred trust. And what does this say? Well, look at this. Now I can go and read you the quick fact sheet and do all that stuff, but let's just read and go right to the benefits. So increases in benefits. How would this impact us? Well, simple. A benefit bump for current and new Social Security beneficiaries. It would provide an increase for all beneficiaries receiving retirement, disability, or dependent benefits, equivalent to an average of 2% of benefits to make up for inadequate cost of living adjustments since 1983. That's the first increase, okay? But that's not the only one. It also says it wants to protect against inflation by improving the cost of living adjustment formula to better reflect their costs incurred by seniors through adopting what's called the CPI-E formula. That's different. It uses a different formula, goes off different products, different indexes. Again, very important. It also protects low-income workers. It says 5 million seniors currently live in poverty. No one who paid into the system over a lifetime should retire into poverty. The new minimum benefit will be set at 25% above the poverty line and would be tied to wage levels to ensure that the minimum benefit does not fall behind. So again, it would be 25% above the poverty line. That's a big deal, because right now, many lawmakers argue that when you claim Social Security benefits, you are pretty much just inviting poverty into your life, that you will be stuck in poverty for the rest of your life. Okay? That's not something that we should actually agree with. It's something that we should be fighting against. It also says it would provide a tax cut for the 23 million lower and middle income Americans, reducing their taxes on their Social Security benefits. Okay, improves Social Security benefits for widows and widowers, repeals the windfall elimination provision, ends a 5-month waiting period. This one is huge. Okay, you got to wait 5 months to receive disability benefits. So those with severe disabilities no longer have to wait. Let's just think about that for a second. Let's say you need $1,500 just to live, right? But yet you have to wait 5 months. There's a 5-month waiting period to receive disability benefits. That creates an issue, because if you just need $1,500 and you can't work, well, that means you are going to be behind about $75, $100 by the end of 5 months. That's crazy. This bill would also provide caregiver credits, extends Social Security dependent benefits up to age 26. It increases access to Social Security dependent benefits for children who live with their grandparents or other relatives. Requires the Social Security Administration to mail annual statements to all workers, prevents unwarranted closures of the Social Security field offices, and it improves access to legal representation. Now, how would this work? Well, here's how. How would we strengthen the trust fund? Well, it would be pretty simple. How millionaires and billionaires pay their pay the same rate as everyone else. Presently, payroll taxes are not collected on an individual's wages over $147,000. Keep that in mind, the $147,000. I want to show you that because when was this issued? I don't know the exact date that this was put out there, but this is not $147,000 anymore. It's actually $160,200. Okay, so that number has gone up. Says this legislation will apply to the payroll tax to wages above $400,000. So the wealthy pay the same rate as a waitress earning $30,000 a year. This provision would only affect the top 0.4% of wage earners. Okay, and it would extend the solvency of Social Security. This bill makes a significant contribution towards the program's solvency, making up more than half the shortfall in the Social Security trust funds and extending the date of which benefits would be cut by 20% by 9 more years from 2035 to 2044. Now, here's the one thing I just want to say. If we do not increase the money going into Social Security or decrease the money coming out of the Social Security trust fund, Social Security would become insolvent in 2034, meaning you would see about a 22% cut to your benefits at that moment. That's something that most people cannot afford. Think about it. Let's say you just get the average benefit, okay? And I'll pull up a calculator. We can do that together, right? So the average benefit right now, if you are full retirement age, okay, or amongst all retirees, we'll just go with that number. Look at this, okay? So that right now, it's $1,693.88, okay? If you were to take away 22%, that means you lose $372.65. That's how much money you lose every single month if you got a 22% reduction in your benefits. This is why it's such a big deal, and this is why President Biden is approving of immediate action. The problem is, what is this going to look like? What is legislation going to actually be? Well, there's a reason I showed you these different things. First off, there's a reason I showed you what Republicans just proposed, okay? That is this one. Raising the full retirement age from age 67 up to age 69 for future retirees, and the Social Security 2100, a sacred trust. The reason I showed you those is because according to many experts, it's going to be the Social Security 2100, the act, a sacred trust. It's going to be, that is most likely going to be the piece that everyone starts with. They'll start pulling the pieces of legislation that they don't like. Then they will also include, let's raise the full retirement age to age 69 for future retirees, because that will actually limit how much money is going out. Again, and I've told you this before, what we are expecting at this point is we are going to see the Republican side of the bill, which Republicans are going to want to see, decrease in spending, but also they don't want to add any new taxes. And then we got the Democratic side, which they want to increase taxes, but also keep spending as it is. So once we put those two things together, we will figure out where is the bipartisan bill going to be. My guess is, again, these two things will be in it. Okay, it will be a good part of the Social Security 2100 Act, but it's also going to have an increase to the full retirement age, and chances are people making less than $400,000 per year will have to pay more in taxes. Chances are it's going to be at $250,000, because as of right now, even some Democrats don't believe President Biden has it in the best interest of the country, simply because he promised that nobody making less than $400,000 per year would pay a penny more in taxes. So you might have to walk back this promise, but that is what we think is going to happen at this time. So if you have any questions regarding Social Security, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. Again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing. I will see you guys on the next one.